Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeff. I represent Urban EDC. Today we're going to talk about this bad boy, the G-Shock Mudmaster. We're going to go over the top 10 reasons why I think everybody should own one of these. Alright guys, let's check out the reasons. Reason number 10, this thing looks incredible. I love G-Shock. I have a lot of them. This one's my favorite. I just love the colors on this thing. I mean, check that out. That's hot. It's got the contrast with the black. It's got the silver, the gray here. You've even got a yellow text here. Reminiscent of my time in the army, I saw a lot of stuff that's OD green like this with yellow print on it. It's mud resist. On the back side here, you've got vibe resist. If you're a construction worker and you're just jackhammering 12 hours a day, that's your life. This is the watch for you. The G-Shock is vibe resistant, meaning there's gel inside of this thing, and this particular model has it. This is a step above with a vibe resist gel built inside. There's the other side, look at that. I mean, that's just a beautiful watch. If you offer me a Rolex, I would probably tell you to take a hike. This thing is my Rolex. Reason number 9, this thing is comfortable. I really like this. Look at that. You see that right there? This here and this here? You don't see that on other G-Shocks. They prevent it from slipping north to south and east to west. I absolutely love this thing. When I saw that, I was like, oh man, that's really smart. Why haven't they done that before? And I want to see that in every G-Shock going forward. I think that's a feature that should just get included in everything. Reason number 8. This might seem simple, but it's really easy to tell the time on this thing, and I feel like that's the number one purpose of a watch, telling time. These numbers are so huge, the numbers are so big and white, the dark background here, just a quick twist of the wrist, and your business, you know what time it is. And on top of that, at nighttime, you've got 2 LEDs built in this thing. They're awesome. You got one at the bottom here on the bottom port by the 6 o'clock, and then over on the kind of the right side of the digital display, there's one built in that goes from right to left. If that wasn't enough, you've got lume built in this thing. It's super, super bright right when you charge it. Doesn't last that long. At that level, it will be glow in the dark throughout the whole night. It's a nice quality lume. I really love it. You're not going to go wrong. So being able to tell the time with this thing, no problem. Reason number 7, this is an ABC watch. Altimeter, barometer, and compass. This thing's got a whole hell of a lot of features built into this thing. You got your compass. I'll just demonstrate here. Bang, done. Turn it. It's going to point where you are. I mean, that's more than a party trick. Granted, that is a cool party trick, and your friends will be blown away because their 10Xs don't do that. But yeah, look at that. That's dope. And you can tell the temperature. It is now 85 degrees in my apartment. It feels more like 100 to be honest, because I have the AC off because, you know, I don't want to bother you with the hum of the AC. Altimeter, take it or leave it. It's accurate for what it is. I really can only think of a couple situations where maybe you're in a building and want to know how high you are, in case you want to jump out. Or you're going for a hike, you're starting at sea level or something, and you want to know how high you went. That information could be useful for athletes and things like that, people that hike. Moving on. Reason number 6, Sapphire Glass. That's a big deal. The Sapphire Glass is one of those things that you are paying for when you buy this watch. It can only be scratched by either Sapphire Glass and diamonds. It's nuts. It's going to beat the pants off your Samsung phone or anything like that with the Gorilla Glass. That's junk compared to this. It's also going to extend the life of this thing 10-15 years. If you're living a rough life, hardcore life, this thing is going to get scratched no matter what you do. This will always have a nice clean display for you to look at. Sapphire Glass is one of those things you're paying for. I love it. That's a great feature to have. Reason number 5, it's incredibly easy to adjust the time on this thing. There's one kind of pet peeve I have when I travel from place to place, time zone to time zone. Resetting the time on it is kind of a pain. You simply just unscrew this thing, it pops out, pull it one more time. It's going to say city on the bottom there. And you just rotate. So let's figure out what time it is, and let's go for London. I guess that's accurate. Hey Google, what time is it in London?
The time in London, UK is 4:40 a.m.
So yeah, there you go. There it is. So I'm back home. I live in Honolulu. Not as great as it sounds. This place is junk. Don't get excited. It's overhyped. Number 4, it's kind of in keeping with that same time adjustment ability, is the reliability of the time telling on this watch. I'm kind of an idiot. I don't like to worry that I'm on time or not. Multi-band atomic timekeeping. This thing updates 6 times a day. If you ever have a debate with one of your friends, I know I do it all the time with my buddies. We argue what time it is, how accurate our watches are. Just kidding, that doesn't actually happen in the real world. But if you did, you would win because these things are super, super accurate. Super important for people that are military, super important for people that are first responders, police, law enforcement, things like that. You don't got to worry. If you're on a mission, this thing's not going to take a dump on you. You're going to know what time it is, and it's going to be accurate. So if you sync all your time together, you know, if everybody had one of these things, you're not going to worry about it. You're going to be up to the second, unilaterally. Reason number 3, This bad boy is solar powered. I love knowing that this thing is never going to die on me, no matter what situation I'm in. Law enforcement personnel, military, first responders, survivalists, you guys don't have to worry about packing extra batteries because this thing is just going to last and keep on ticking. On to reason number 2, the G-Shock brand. G-Shock isn't just some watch company started by some corporation to kind of exploit the hardworking people of the world. This watch was built out of necessity. Kikyo Ibe, the guy who invented this thing in 1983, he started this thing for a reason. He was carrying his grandfather's watch that was handed down to him. It dropped from waist high and it shattered. He was devastated. It meant a lot to him, and it pissed him off. He got mad and he got in the lab and he made this thing. It took him 200 iterations to do it, but he finally did it. This thing has been widely adopted by the military, first responders, survivalists, crazy people that do all kinds of extreme sports, whatever. If you're going to be shaking around a lot for construction work using a jackhammer, you're not going to use anything but a G-Shock. These things are incredible. The brand you're getting has been quality controlled. It's been developed and iterated upon time and time again. You're not buying just a timepiece, you're buying a legend. That's the G-Shock name. The number one reason why I recommend everybody own one of these things is because it makes you smile. This thing is not just a watch it's not a $50 watch, it's not a $30 Timex. This watch says something. This is a statement watch. This is a watch you put on. And I don't know if you're like me, but 10 years ago, 30 years ago, I couldn't have ever afforded something like this. I finally kind of gotten to a point in my life where I can afford something like this. And it's like a trophy. I put it on every morning. It's a thing of beauty. And I just smile because I know that this is more than a timepiece for me. And I believe that a lot of people that have the same situation I'm in, it's going to feel the same way for them. It's an incredibly handsome watch. I love the huge hands on this thing. I love the time on this thing. Just looking at it makes me happy. I love the color scheme on this particular model. They have a lot of different models. This one spoke to me, so I got this one. And I feel like in the world we live in right now with the coronavirus creeping around, it's a little something to make you happy. And if you're in a position where you can afford a $500 watch, $600 watch, whatever, I say buy it. This thing is absolutely incredible. I have zero regrets. There's a lot of things I bought. A little bit of regret here and there, lots of regrets. Absolutely zero regret with this thing. I highly recommend this to anybody who can afford one of these things and needs a hardcore watch. Go out, buy one of these things. I absolutely recommend it. This has been Jeff Smith in DC. Let me know in the comments what you think. I want to hear your opinions, what you got. G-Shock is worldwide, baby. Let's go.